Hey, what's going on, everyone? So a new Quinnipiac poll, yeah, it's a little tough one to say there, has Biden with a 15% lead over Trump nationally. 15%, that is huge. 52% of registered voters said they backed Biden, where 37% said they'll back Trump. I mean, this is the biggest lead I've seen him nationally. Now remember with the national numbers, it's we vote by state, so it's more about the state numbers and electoral college. So national polls really don't matter that much, but this is still not so good for the Trump campaign. And they know it, and Trump has been calling, bullshit on all of these numbers. At one point, CNN ran a poll, and he threatened to revoke their license. Yeah, he's really fighting these numbers hard. Now, for a lot of you out there, this might feel like 2016. Are these poll numbers right? Or are they wrong? And, Trump has been saying they're fake news. But the campaign definitely believes them. If that's one thing. You can see by the moves of the Trump administration and what they're doing that they really are taking these numbers seriously. Trump campaign has just spent $95 million on TV ads from now until Election Day in Arizona, Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin. Now, I don't know if you know much about politics or, if you follow politics very closely. Georgia is not a battleground state. Georgia is deep, deep red territory. The fact that the Trump campaign is actually spending money in Georgia is huge. I mean, usually Republicans don't even go down there because it's such a lock for them. And if that wasn't enough, the Trump campaign is also spending $188 million in Michigan, New Mexico, and Iowa. Yes, Iowa and Michigan, and New Mexico. I used to live in New Mexico. It's kind of a battleground state somewhat. It used to be pretty strong red. Now it's blue. And Michigan used to be very, very strongly blue. So the fact that they're spending money in those three states is also pretty interesting. They're a little bit more battleground than the previous states, but in Michigan, he'll probably have to fight real hard to keep Michigan, but they're definitely fighting an uphill battle in those three. The other key news from inside the Trump campaign this week is that Trump has demoted Brad Parscale. Now, you probably don't know who that is. He's not a real household name, but in politics, he's pretty well known. Brad is one of the people who actually saw this digital revolution in politics back in 2016 that people didn't get. Instead of spending a ton of money on TV advertising, they put a lot of money into Facebook, and they were able to use data on folks to try to get a competitive advantage over Hillary Clinton, who mostly did a lot of TV advertising. And see, the great thing about Facebook advertising is that you can get a lot of metrics on folks. You can target your money and use it more effectively than just like a TV ad. For example, if you wanted to, if I wanted to find people who were interested in this show, right? I could just do a general TV ad, and I'd probably get a bunch of people who aren't interested in politics, right? Or I can go on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or wherever, and I can literally point out people within a certain age range, people who are interested in YouTube, and I can find out people who are interested in politics. So it allows you to use your money much more effectively. And Brad Parscale was one of the first people to kind of figure that out in politics, and now he's getting demoted. So the Trump campaign can talk up all the stuff they want to, but when you look at the landscape right now, they're definitely on path to lose in 2020 by quite a bit. And while the Trump campaign is failing, Biden is after one of the biggest prizes of them all.
I'm thinking of all of you today across Texas. I know the rise in case numbers is causing fear in every.
So new polls here in Texas have Biden up at 46% and Trump at 41% here in the Lone Star State. That's pretty crazy. Now, Democrats for the last couple of years have had this dream of winning Texas. I can remember Hillary Clinton spending money here in Texas that she should have spent in Michigan. But Democrats, it's been a dream. If they were to actually get Texas, and they already have the stronghold of California, they'd be very hard to beat in national and presidential elections. So, the fact that Biden's polling pretty good here is cause for concern for the Trump campaign. But realistically, Texas probably isn't going to go for Biden. Just living in the state myself, where it's definitely becoming more of a battleground state, but it's still pretty deeply red. Now, there is some good news for Republicans. The GOP has actually been registering new voters faster than the Democrats have. Registration numbers for the Republican Party are way up versus Democrats. So, they got that going on for them. And that kind of gets to the big question in all of this, and all these numbers, and wondering if all this is really going to matter come in November, because we have to figure out how to vote in a pandemic. How is the coronavirus's potential, second wave in the fall going to affect people being able to go vote? And Republicans have spent the last couple months making sure that we can't vote by mail. And they've also been closing a lot of polling places, so theoretically, it could be kind of hard in November to actually get to the polls. So that's possibly where Trump might, still have a path to victory in all this. So we're just gonna have to wait and see. But these are the numbers as they are now. So I'll check back in with more. And thanks so much for watching Citizen Pete. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Thank you so much for watching Citizen Pete. I really appreciate it. If you haven't already, click that little subscribe button, maybe the like button, and hey, maybe just leave a comment. I want to know what you're thinking. What do you think about all the politics and news and all the stuff that's going on in our country?